What's going on, guys? Auzi here and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we have got Team of the Week 19 predictions, and this Team of the Week is going to be quite weird, let's say, simply because there wasn't an extreme amount of defenders and goalkeepers that actually really performed. So you're going to see obviously defenders in here that probably grabbed themselves a single goal or grabbed themselves a single assist, but they still deserve to be in Team of the Week because of the performance they actually did in the game. But we are going to start off with the person we started off last week, I believe, and it was actually Suarez. Now, he grabbed himself 2 goals and an 8.9 rating and a really nice victory as well, and a really good free kick to his name. But he wasn't in last week's Team of the Week simply because of that moments card in objectives. The moments card and obviously, you know, him getting an inform was a bit too close to each other, so EA actually didn't end up giving him one. But this could be the week he actually gets one, because the moments card has been out for what, like 2 weeks now, and he, you know, definitely deserves to be in Team of the Week, especially for that free kick he did score. He's the La Liga top goal scorer, and Atletico Madrid are 10 points ahead of everyone else with a game in hand. So it's going to be interesting to see if Atletico Madrid actually do end up winning the La Liga. But Suarez 100% deserves to be in this Team of the Week. Moving over, we are going to see Lukaku grab himself 2 goals and a 9.0 rating as well. Now, it wasn't only him that performed in this game, it was also Martinez that managed to get himself a goal and assist as well. So it was obviously between those two. If I had to only pick one, I would obviously go for Martinez because he's a bit more meta when it comes down to FIFA 21. But Lukaku, I feel like, deserves it because he did end up getting 2 goals and obviously the man of match performance as well. He's looking like a decent card, but once again, I feel like it's going to be that kind of card where he's never going to really be better than that Rule Breakers card because of that dribbling ability that the Rule Breakers card actually had. So yeah, this inform, I wouldn't say it's irrelevant in a way because obviously you can use him as like a, you know, SBC fodder, but it's one of those ones where, you know, if you want Lukaku, if you want to use Lukaku in the game, you might as well go ahead and get the Rule Breakers card. Moving over though, we are going to see Wilson grab himself 2 goals in a big game versus Everton. Obviously, Newcastle end up winning 2-0. He's got an 8.8 rating to his name, and he's not looking too bad of a card, but I don't feel like he's going to be one of those cards that is going to be, you know, insane in this game. But moving over, we are going to see Hassan, and Hassan is one of the two Egyptians in this Team of the Week predictions. Little teaser. Either way, he grabs himself 2 goals, a single assist, and a 9.3 rating as well. He doesn't look like the most usable card in this game, but if he ends up getting into the Team of the Week, I hope you guys do enjoy this guy in your red player picks. Heading over, we are going to see Rafa Mir, our first person that we actually see grab himself a hat-trick and an extremely high rating with a 9.7 rating. Obviously, grabbing a man of match performance as well, but another player that doesn't really look outrageous. Like, not really a player that I'm really interested in, but a player that does deserve to be in this Team of the Week, and a player that will most likely, once again, pop up in your red player picks. Heading over, we are going to see Zola. Zola grabbed himself 2 goals, a single assist, and a 9.4 rating to his name as well. Another card, though, that is not much to talk about. This guy actually comes from the Bundesliga 2 as well, so that doesn't really help either. The fact that links for this guy is not extremely good, but another player that will pop up most likely in your red player picks. But moving over, we are going to see Tony. Now, this game for Brentford was a really good game, and a 7-2 victory for them, and he grabbed himself 2 goals, a single assist, and a 9.2 rating to his name as well. Now, this card is an interesting card because he's got that pace to his game. If he ends up actually getting himself a few more informs, we could be seeing a very nice card, okay? He's going to have obviously that extra pace to his game. He's going to obviously have that dribbling. He's going to have that shooting to his game. And I kind of want Tony to obviously get himself another Team of the Season like he did last year, because that Tony card wasn't bad. It was not bad at all. But you can definitely see this guy being in the Team of the Week because he 100% does deserve it. So looking at our next player here, we are going to see our second Egyptian in this Team of the Week prediction, and it is going to be Mo Salah, the man himself, grabbing himself 2 goals and a 9.1 rating and a 3-1 victory versus West Ham. Now, Liverpool was a team that actually ended up playing 2 games during the week, and the other game was against Tottenham, and your boy Sadio Mane and Trent actually got themselves a goal and assist each. But the reason they won't be getting a Team of the Week is simply because Mane has that Team of the Year nominee card, card, and obviously, you know, Trent has the Team of the Year card. So for me, Mo Salah is 100% is going to get into it. I really can't see EA kind of dodging this one because he 100% does deserve it. Looking over, we are going to see Rafinha grab himself a goal, an assist, and an 8.8 rating as well. Leeds was another team that actually ended up playing 2 games during the week. Rafinha had that goal and assist in their first game, and in the second game, Bamford actually performed really well as well. He grabbed himself a single goal and 2 assists, while Rafinha grabbed himself an assist in that second game as well. So it's either obviously between those two, Rafinha or Bamford. If I had to decide, it would obviously be Rafinha because he looks a bit more meta with that pace, with that dribbling, and with that shooting ability. He looks like an outrageous card, and he looks like a card that I'll definitely be interested in when obviously reviewing the players. Moving over, we are going to see Tadic. Now, Tadic grabbed himself a single goal, a single assist, and an 8.6 rating as well. Ajax was another team, by the way, that actually ended up playing 2 games during the week, and Tadic ended up getting himself 2 assists in the other game. So a single goal and 3 assists for the week. So he 100% deserves to be in this Team of the Week. The only problem that you're going to see is the fact that he's a left winger and he's got 69 pace. For me personally, that's never going to go anywhere near my team. So if you end up getting this guy in your red player picks, if he ends up getting himself a Team of the Week, he will most likely be used as SBC fodder. Because I really doubt anyone's going to use a player with that low of a pace in that left wing position. It's just not going to happen in FIFA 21 especially. So on to our next player here, we are going to see the guy that had an outrageous card last year. And it is going to be your boy Orsic, boys. Look at that card. If that's his real stats on this 84 rated in form, we are in trouble. We are extremely in trouble because he's dribbling last year. Oh my god. It was one of the best I have seen. The dribbling, how close he kept that ball to his feet. Just using the left stick as well, it was unbelievable. But yeah, if he gets that card and the card looks like that, we might be in trouble. He will be an extremely good super sub because he doesn't come from the greatest league. So I really doubt people are going to go out their way to obviously get these links and stuff like that. Unless you put him around icons, then it's kind of understandable. He grabbed himself 2 goals and an 8.9 rating as well. And we could be seeing the return of the man himself, Orsic. Heading over, we are going to see Onokuru. Now, this guy right here had a Team of the Season card back in FIFA 19. And my god, was it good. That FIFA 19 Team of the Season card was absolutely broken. I remember there was a lot of top 200 players, or let's say top 100 players, that were using this guy as a super sub. He was one of the fastest players I have ever seen in FIFA. He literally just couldn't stop running. And the thing is, once he started running, there was no way of stopping this guy. He managed to grab himself 2 goals and an 8.8 rating as well. How good does his card actually look now? If he gets those stats right there, it doesn't look too bad. But still, the shooting ability is going to be a little bit of a problem. But moving over, we are going to see Wolf. Wolf looks like a pretty decent box-to-box midfielder in the Bundesliga. He managed to grab himself 2 goals and a 9.1 rating while grabbing a man of match as well. But yeah, really nice box-to-box midfielder. Nothing really special, let's all be fair. But he looks like one of those players that could slide into a decent amount of people's teams. Looking on to the next guy, we are going to see Gross. Gross had a really nice performance against Spurs. A 1-0 victory for Brighton. Really surprising because I did not expect Brighton to actually beat Spurs at all. And the fact they beat them 1-0 and actually like dominated them, I would say, is outrageously good. But Gross had an outrageous performance in that midfield, grabbing himself that single assist, but an 8.5 rating as well. And he 100% deserves to be in this Team of the Week. Looking over, we are going to see Delaney. Now, Delaney could be getting his second in form. Now, the interesting thing about his first in form was the fact that he had a centre-back card. And you don't see that very often. You don't see a CDM move into the centre-back position and actually get an in-form there. So that was really impressive. And I remember reviewing that centre-back card. And I was really impressed. Really impressed. So, Delaney getting this card right here. Yeah, he's looking pretty decent. Let's all be fair. Look at those stats, man. 80 plus in every single one if he actually ends up getting this card right here. is looking nice. It's looking real nice. And this could be the card that could, you know, push you away from that Sabitzer card. Because that Sabitzer card that came out yesterday for 500 and something K, I told you guys, it was not worth it. It really wasn't. And I told you guys, there will most likely be a player that will come out in the Bundesliga like Sabitzer, and it will be extremely cheaper. What am I looking at? What am I looking at right now? I'm looking at Delaney being one of those players. He grabbed himself a goal and an 8.7 rating and 100% deserves to be in this team of the week. It wasn't actually only Delaney that managed to perform in this game as well. It was also Sancho. But because Delaney ended up getting the man of match performance, I feel like it will obviously be him over Sancho. On to our next guy here, we are going to see Solsek. Now, Solsek managed to grab himself 2 goals and a 9.0 rating as well. He's actually managed to grab himself 3 goals for the month, so it's really impressive, especially for a CDM. But look at this guy's card. If he actually ends up getting this card right here, boys, my God, we are in for some trouble, because I've used these 84 rated inform, I believe it was, and he was outrageous. He was absolutely outrageous. He put in the tackles. He had some beautiful interception reach to his game. He was just like a physical player as well. So like him grabbing an 86 inform, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all, because he could be one of the main players to put into that CDM position when you are building a Premier League team. So I'm hoping this guy actually gets himself a team of the week. Heading over, we are going to see Decore. Now, this card right here could actually end up being the Silver Star and not a Gold Inform. But the reason I have not put him as a Silver Star is because there's a certain someone that really did perform. So I can't really put him there, but I feel like he is a contender without a doubt. He managed to grab himself a single goal, a single assist, and a 9.0 rating as well. Obviously, not much to talk about because, you know, his card doesn't look outrageous. But once again, he deserves to be in Team of the Week nonetheless. Heading over, we are going to see Cancelo. Now, this is a big game for City, by the way. A 5-0 victory versus West Brom. Obviously, not the hardest of the opponents, but like a really nice win for them. Cancelo managed to grab himself a single goal, a single assist, and a 9.1 rating as well. Now, the thing was, it wasn't just him that performed. It was also Mohr grabbing himself a goal and assist. It was also Sterling grabbing himself a goal and assist. And it was also Gundogan grabbing himself 2 goals as well. But he actually got subbed out in the 52nd minute. And that is the reason he is not up here right now. If Gundogan did not get subbed off in the 52nd minute, I reckon he would have got the man of the match without a doubt, because he got the same rating as Cancelo. But the reason I've put Cancelo up here is because he actually played the 90 minutes and he is also a fullback grabbing himself a goal and an assist. But it could be any of those 2 players, Gundogan or Cancelo. I really doubt Mohr or even Sterling is going to get one, especially with these 2 performing like that. But yeah, Cancelo, he looks like an outrageous card. He really does. I use his road to the final card and I'm really impressed about it. His aggression, his defensive ability, his jumping ability with his pace as well. It's so nice to have in that fullback position. So moving over to another fullback here, we are going to see Cuadrado. Now, Cuadrado managed to grab himself a single assist with an 8.1 rating as well. And as I said at the start of the video, you are going to see defenders in here that only grabbed a goal or grabbed an assist with an average rating, because there wasn't a huge amount of players that you could actually choose from when it comes down to the defenders in the team of the week. So I feel like EA will kind of lower their standards a little bit and end up giving this guy the team of the week. Now, when it comes down to how usable he actually looks, I remember his Rule Breakers card. Oh my God, his Rule Breakers card. I don't think I actually still use it to this day. I believe I use Road to the Final Cancelo, but I used him for a good period of time and he was really good for me. And I feel like this Cuadrado card is most likely going to be a very similar player to that Rule Breakers card. So you could end up getting yourself a really good fullbacks in your red player picks if he actually ends up being in the team of the week. Looking at our first centre back here, we are going to see Azpilicueta grab himself a single goal with an 8.0 rating as well. Same situation as obviously Cuadrado, and it wasn't actually only him that managed to perform in this game. It was also Marcos Alonso grabbing himself a single goal as well. So it was obviously between Azpilicueta or Marcos Alonso. Which one would I probably pick? I'll probably go for Azpilicueta. I feel like he's a bit more usable, but him with his height in that centre back position is always going to be a big problem. On to our goalkeepers now. We are going to see Rui Patricio grab himself 5 saves and an 8.0 rating and a big game versus Chelsea, and they ended up drawing the game 0-0. And for Wolves, that is a huge result, simply because they haven't been doing outrageously good in the league. Now, this is the same situation as the defenders, where there wasn't a big amount of goalkeepers that actually did perform. So I feel like EA will once again lower their standards a little bit, so they make sure the goalkeepers like Hoybitriso and your boy Areola will most likely get into it, simply because they're not too bad, you know. But Areola grabbed himself 5 saves as well and an 8.0 rating against Brighton. Really nice performance from him, and I ended up seeing more Areolas in Weekend League than expected. I was just sitting there saying, why is everyone all of a sudden using gold Areola? And obviously we just having that inform Nick Pope, people could actually end up using this Areola card as well, with probably Hoybitriso in some people's teams as well. But yeah, 2 really nice goalkeepers from the Premier League, so it's very easy to link the 2. But onto our silver star, we are going to see Abigail. Now Abigail had managed to grab himself a single goal and a single assist and an 8.6 rating as well. And the reason I did not put, I believe it was Decore, I think that was his name, into the silver star is simply because this was a huge game. Huge game for Lorente. Lorente are 18th in Ligue 1, and they ended up beating PSG 3-2. And your boy Abigail obviously did perform in that game as well. And I feel like he definitely deserves to be the silver star. And I feel like he will most likely be the silver star. But just keep in mind, there are a decent amount of options for the silver star. But for me, it has to be him. In that big game as well, in a 3-2 victory versus PSG, come on now EA, give him the card he deserves. But I hope you guys did enjoy Team of the Week predictions. If you did, make sure to leave a like, make sure to leave a comment. But for now, peace.